You know, one of my favourite conversations to have is all about the role of the warm-up DJ.
Here we go. Doors about to break open a can of worms.
Yeah, this is where
I like this conversation actually because I love warming up, bro. I love it. I love warming up over a main set sometimes, bro. Give me a warm up over a main set any day.
These days, I tend to agree, to be honest.
Seriously, man. Anyone can. Well, not anyone, but majority of DJs can play the bangers.
No,
like, there's an art.
These days, with the tools we have available, anyone can turn up in the club and play an hour of the biggest tunes. That is so easy to do. What's not easy is hosting it correctly and keeping the crowd on point, but also being that standout guy. Because anyone can just turn up and do the main hour, like, that's easy now. But being the guy that comes and does the main hour and everyone's like, whoa. Do you know what I mean? Even have the other DJs in the room to be like, fuck, this guy's got some levels. Like, that's where it's difficult. But I think the warm-up DJ has a harder job.
No, if
you're doing them ones where there's a guest DJ coming in and you're the warm-up guy, you might even, in some cases, this has happened to me where I'm like, I'm the resident somewhere and someone's been booked. So like a guest DJ from One Extra or a guest DJ from Kiss or Capital Extra has been booked to come and do the main set. So now as a DJ in my house, do you know what I mean? During my set, I've got to sidestep around what I think they're going to play. But that's where I think it's harder because you've now got to stay away from all of the main tunes, but still get the crowd to that amount of sick before the headliner comes on by being a bit alternative.
I like doing the alternative though, like the stuff personal preference. I get bored of hearing the bangers, man. Like, so when a headline's booked in, like, yo, Sty, don't need you to do the main set tonight. Like, warm up, get it nice, whatever. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, dope. Man can just select, dig in the crates, try something a little different. And obviously, we play long sets anyway in residencies, so we are our own warm up DJs in a way. So you learn how to do that. Like, we've been built over 9-10 years of doing 5-6 hour sets. Yeah. So I think that puts you in good stead to know how to handle a warm up. But obviously the role of it is to just get it nice, innit? And not step on toes. Obviously.
So here's a question.
I've had my toes stepped on a couple of times.
That's what I was about to say is like, so now flipping it, when you're in a position like, as the headline DJ or as the main set DJ, however you want to say it, I feel like you should be good enough. If you're in that position now and you're getting booked for the main set, you should be good enough to come on and shell the club down no matter what. No matter what I play.
100%.
Now, we spoke about him in another episode. Like, as a DJ, I grew up warming up for Scotty B on Twice as Nice. Now, or even harder sometimes, coming on after Scotty B. Because you see those 2-hour Scotty B sets.
Oh, yeah.
He plays
200 records, fam.
Bruv, he plays every song.
My man got smoke coming off his hands. And that.
Every song ever made, right, from every genre. And I've always had a policy of, if a song gets played in the club once, that's it now. It doesn't matter what time of the night or who's played it.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
Like, that song has been used and spent.
One play rule, man.
Exactly. So now I'm coming on after Scotty and I've got 2 hours to fill.
Got 4 songs left in his crate.
There's even been instances where Steve Gordon's been in the club and sometimes stood in the DJ box. So now I'm under pressure. But
yeah, that's pressure when the MD stood like looking over your shoulder, mate.
That's where bruv, that's where I learned to be like as versatile as I am and draw for those different tunes, draw for something else that is going to turn the place upside down. Because after Scotty finished, I made sure it was a Shellers, like every single time, bruv. I don't remember one set in a Twice as Nice party that I've come away from going, oh, I could have done better. I always came out buzzing, like, bruv, I smashed it like differently. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of energies.
I think go on.
Well, that's where I learned. So I feel like I could go, this sounds arrogant and I don't mean it to, but I feel like I'm at a point where I could go to anywhere and even if the DJ in the warm up, rinses the big tunes.
Man's still confident that he's.
I feel like I could still
crates are still ready.
I could still do a good job.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I feel exactly the same way.
But there's some big DJs don't feel that way. I've seen certain DJs get in their feelings on social media and proper cuss out warm up DJs like,
all the time
on Twitter to everyone.
To be fair, like it's happened to me before. An example, I got booked in Birmingham, and the guy that played before me, I'm booked to headline as well. It was like a 2-hour main set. DJ before me played everything, bro. So I was just like, but you know when the club's just not even ready and it's not even filled up yet, but they're still laying out them songs. Yeah. Like, I would feel awkward in a booth playing them bangers to a semi-empty room or a room that's not ready yet. You know what I mean? It's a gradual build-up. Yeah, you warm it up. It's packed. It's booming. It warms down. Like I don't know, man. It's just a different mentality, innit? Like, but I got stung. I got stung that night, and after that night, I was like, do you know what? The warm-up is a problem for some, but not for all. Not for all. There's some sick warm-up DJs out there. You know, like, G2 is a bad man warm-up DJ. Like,
you know who's one of my favourite warm-up DJs? And he's not even a warm-up DJ. Like, he's certified, but Volatile.
Volatile's
every time I've done a show with Volatile, so it's
super
if it's been Switch or like most times it was for his brand for Switch.
Yeah.
And like I've always got to the club early just so I can hear him play,
bro,
because
my man.
His selection is just so like so different with it. But the thing I've always loved about what Volatile does, he gets the crowd in, like the crowd are onto it. So even by the time I come on and push play on the first record, the room is perfect.
It's ready.
Like, but I don't know. I don't know if there's many younger DJs now, or like let's call them new generation DJs that really understand about the warm up. Like, I don't know if they have that knowledge of the older stuff and how to really move like that as a DJ. Because
it's tough, man. There's so many contributing factors now to why that's happened, and it's down to the way people collect music. It's down to like people wanting a slice of the hype and not learning like the art of it all beforehand. Like some DJs jump out the wall and they're in the clubs within a couple of weeks. Yeah, like I'm not hating on that. That's great. Go out and get yours by all means. Well, that is one of the reasons why that shit's changed, because it's easy to be a DJ now. It is. Like you say, you might not be the most technically gifted DJ, but if your socials are on point, your shit's popping, your Insta's popping, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a booking. Yeah. Or if you got like a video that's circulating on Facebook of doing a couple mixes and you whack a little promo on that and
not
that
even
circulates.
That, bro. Like in some instances, you just have to be local and not charge very much.
Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, boy, going back to the warm-up DJ, the role for me is to just play that role. But if you don't have the knowledge, it's hard to play the role. Because if you haven't got the musical knowledge to back up 2-3 hours warming up without touching anything, then it's hard.
So here's how, like, in my brain, how I structure nights, So let's just say the club opens at 11 o'clock and it's closing at 4.
It's a 3-segment thing for me.
Yeah,
man.
so 11 till 12, don't even come near the DJ booth, right? 11 till 12.
Oh, no.
My time.
Violation if you ask for a request between 11 and 12,
right, 11 and 12, violation. Unless you're coming up and you're like, I've got something for you to play, like, and you've got some proper mad old school stuff that I'm just gonna go off the wall for. Yeah. Like 11 till 12 is my time. That's my warm up, and that's exactly like
when you go to the gym.
When you're in the gym and you're on the treadmill, that's me on the treadmill from 11 till 12, and I am playing. And it changes. I might be on like an old school dancehall flex, or I might be on a, you know what? I've got 10 songs this week that I think are going to bang in the club. Brand new. No one's heard them yet, or hardly anyone. Let me just play them.
Yeah, I think I use your route,
11 till 12, and then 12 till 1 is kind of like last year's big tunes. Get people into the dance. So, you know, and like you probably might even just call it a DJ Mustard set now from 12 till 1. It's that range. The West Coast R&B, hip hop.
So true. 100 BPM on the run.
And then 1 till 3, boom. That's the powers. That's the power.
Is that
hours.
If it closes at 3 or 4?
The club's closing at 4.
So you
now.
wind it down for the last hour.
Last hour, I go back into like old school stuff.
Same.
Clean up everything I haven't done.
Yeah.
And then the last half hour, it's back to me. but also keeping an eye on them. So depending on what type of crowd it is, if it's a big club, I might go like old school garage or keep it up tempo or something. If it's an urban club, like strictly just R&B, that's slow jams and one drop reggae, mate.
Okay. Yeah, bro, do you know what? I take every gig as it goes. Like I don't plan sets. I don't plan DJ sets. So
me neither.
Unless it's like a 1 hour headline where I'm booked to do a specific time and a specific style or whatever, I'll never. I don't plan sets. I'll just go there with an open mind. Check out the crowd, see what the other DJs
No, but
playing.
you know that the first hour is light stuff, and you know the last hour isn't the bangers. That's all in the middle. So,
but I'll change the warm up every time as well. Like you just said, like I'll jump between genres. Sometimes I'll come in, might play like a bit of soulful house. I might play some like classic R&B, or I'll run through like Friday night, for example. I did like an hour of refixes and edits.
For the whole hour?
For the whole hour. But like not pushing it to the point where I'm alienating the whole building. It's vocals that people like can relate to, old R&B over like a new beat, or like just mashup kind of shit, but it still keeps the people on their toes kind of thing.
How do you think young DJs now in that position can learn about the older stuff and the warm-ups? Because like you say, the way people consume music is completely different now.
Man.
Like, how do you think the young DJs would go about it?
It's down to knowledge and research, innit? Like, I was luckily that I was brought up in a family that pushed all that R&B, Motown, old school stuff. So I grew up around it. So knowledge was instilled in me from young. Yeah. So like, regarding the new kids,
I need to start saying new and not young because I sound like an old guy.
Yeah, I know we sound like some old guys bitching, man. No, I don't know, man. Like, research, innit? Like, you got to go back.
I think an important thing's to get out and listen to other DJs as
100%.
well. Not to jack the style, but just to see how, like, and get to the club early. Go and find when Switch is on. Go and listen to Volatile play. Do you know what I mean? Go and do all this stuff where people are playing from early.
That's imperative when you're doing a guest set, I think.
Yeah.
If it's a residency, you know your house, you know where you're at. But if you get that hour booking, I'll always go there beforehand, see what the DJ's doing before, how hype he is, how gassed he is, what he's playing, what he's not playing,
what style, the crowd reacts to as well.
What the crowd are on. Normally, you can tell from listening to an hour of the DJ before what the crowd's going to take. Yeah. To an extent. So I always do that hour before the gig every time if it's a guest set, and I'll just chill and mingle, man, and connect with the DJs as well. Like, that's important. Wherever I go, I'll connect with the DJs in that city. If I go to Newcastle, I'll try and link man there. If I go to Leeds, I'll try and link man there.
Newcastle, yeah. I said this to you before on the phone. Like, Newcastle,
it's popping.
No, it is popping. And shouts to Cue Ball. In fact, actually, shouts to you because you plugged me in with them guys up there. Actually, like when I went up, that was one of my favourite bookings last year. Was Bombar in Newcastle. Yeah,
Bombar's heavy,
but
man.
The thing that struck me about Newcastle, the love that the DJs up there have for each other is crazy.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Like, it's a proper family up there, bruv. Like, I didn't pick up on any animosity between them. And it's a very small city as well. A very small scene up there. But like, Cue Ball came, grabbed me from the hotel, took me straight to see Jax. I can't remember the name of the place that he was playing.
That'll be Jaloo, man.
Yeah, it was.
That's the usual rounds.
And I met a couple of the other guys there, and everyone's drinking together, doing shots. Like,
it's sick.
It's all love. That was sick,
bro. Like, obviously, Play's got DJ City up there. It's in London now, but like built and born in Newcastle, and everyone. It's just got that family vibe, man. Everyone's just kind of on the same page, which is dope. I love that. Love that shit, bro.
Talking about doing clubs and repeating songs and stuff, do you ever play songs that you don't like in the club?
All the time.
Do you?
All the time. Because someone else might like them.
For that you play for the people?
Yeah, I play for the people.
You're one of those selfless DJs.
No, do you know what it is? I play for me, but I'm not afraid to throw stuff out there that I might not like. Because to be honest, if I played a whole set of stuff that I liked, the club wouldn't be empty. The club would be empty.
Shook
9
ones.
times out of 10.
Shook ones. Serious, made you look.
If I played the shit that I love deep down, that club, no one ain't staying in the club. I love the R&B. I love all the current stuff that's out there, but at home on Spotify or whatever, that's not what I'm going to be playing. That's just like my open opinion.
That's interesting. I won't play a song if I don't like it.
Oh yeah, no, you've said this to me before, man. Doubles rights.
You know what? It's in my bio as well. It's actually a line in my bio is I only have one rule.
You could make people's nights though. Like you could like say there's a bunch of galley in the club and they're like they want their best ever song, but to you that song is dead, so you're not gonna play it. But then I go in and then I play it, and that they've had the best night ever.
Yeah.
Then
and for me,
what's your angle?
For me, I'm willing to lose those people as fans.
Okay.
If they were fans in the first place,
Okay.
you can have them purely because they're into a music that I'm not into. Like if some guy comes into the club,
Yeah, but what was with an R&B song? You like R&B, but this R&B song you hate.
yeah,
It's
but I won't
R&B
play
though.
it. I won't play it because it means.
But you are into R&B.
Yeah,
You just
but
don't
not
like
that song. So
specific-
I can give you two perfect examples off the top of my head of songs I have never played.
Go on.
Right?
Throw them out.
OT Genesis, Coco.
I can't believe you never played that, man.
Never played it.
Mad.
There's one exception, and maybe this actually now people might shoot me down for this. There's a remix, Mac J remix,
I've not heard
a
that.
house remix. And I remember I did one of my residencies used to have a very strict music policy, and it went through a stage. I won't go into the details of why, but there was a stage where it was basically no urban music. And when I got this residency, the music policy was strictly house and EDM.
Okay.
So what I was doing is I was now looking for shouts to like James Hype and Deanie G, people like them, because they kept me alive during that time where I could take their R&B house remixes and play them in the club and get away with it. And there's this remix, I think it's a Mac J remix of Coco, because I wanted to play something as urban as possible without going outside the realms of what this music policy was. So that was the only time I've played Coco. Gucci Gang is the other one. I cannot stand that song. I know it's like the most streamed song of 2017 or whatever. I've never played it. Something like that. It's like 400 million views on YouTube or something.
I played both of them, bruv. I've got all my hands up, man. I have played them both. Only because it gets the people gas, man. Gets the people going.
But I'm confident in myself that I can get them going with songs that I like.
Oh yeah,
With
yeah.
like-
No, same. I don't
I
feel
can
like I
do
can't.
a set without
Yeah,
those songs
man.
in them.
I feel like I can do the same thing, but like you say, I'm a people guy as well, man. So like, I want to an extent, I want to play a bit for the people. Don't get me wrong. If you come up and ask for a shocking song, it ain't gonna get played. It happened last night, and some girl dashed red wine at me pretty much, bruv. I sweated like I'm in the middle of like a proper hip hop set, and she asked for like this Dexter Daps like bashment song, yeah, but like the most raw bashment. It was never gonna fit. So I was like, it was a no go. If I was playing reggae or bashment or it was the right vibe, I'm squeezing that in. But yeah, wine dash at me, man. Wine.
But see where like do you like Gucci Gang as a song? Do you like I'm just gonna sit on this one because I cannot stand it.
No, it's shit.
It's crap, right? So you're saying it's a crap song, but you will play it.
Yeah.
Because you know certain people react. So I just wonder with certain songs like this, are DJs playing these songs because everyone else is playing the song, or does anyone actually like it? Like, really, does anyone like this song? Or
I think they do. I think people do like the song.
I think people just get gassed because people are gassed. Like the gas creates more gas. Do you know what I mean? The hype breeds more hype. And I think...
Yeah, but that's how hype generates anyway.
Yeah, but I think as DJs, like this is my stance on it, and this is why I won't play songs I don't like. Because it just helps endorse a certain part of the culture that isn't relevant or isn't good. And it, like again, I might be wrong, but I'm just saying, by me not supporting it, you're not hearing Gucci Gang in any of my club sets ever.
I hear that.
So, like, if you want to go and hear it in another club, you can. But where I'm going with this is, if everyone had that same mentality, would these songs get as big? And I don't think they would. I think the reason it has so many plays on YouTube is because it's trending because everyone's talking about it.
What about streaming,
Do you know what I mean?
though?
Like,
People have
the
to
same.
actively go and press. Yeah, but you've got to actively go on there and search and press that stuff. Like, it's a DJ jumping on another hype of a next man playing it, and then it travels and travels and travels. You can't say that about being a most streamed song of the year or whatever it was. Like, there's got to be more to it than that for it to get them numbers. Like, that's big numbers, innit? That can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, it is big numbers.
Some sorts of people must like it to an extent. I get your theory though. Like that makes complete sense as well. But I do think like this new generation, the way music is now, people are into that stuff. I play Gucci Gang in my student sets, right? And people go ham, bro. Climbing the walls, going mad.
I've seen reactions to it. I've seen other DJs play it, but I'm still. I have to stick by my guns, and like, there's a reason.
I can respect that.
There's a reason. It's because in around about 2010, I think it was, David Guetta was dominating the charts. You remember he had like 14 songs in the top 40 or something.
That was when
he was doing like Sexy Bitch, Nicki
the
Minaj
EDM vibe on it.
With all, like Chris Brown was all these like R&B, EDM dance things, right? Now at this time, I was doing some stuff. I did a season in Greece in a club. It's a very commercial club, and it was basically just David Guetta stuff all night, and that's all the crowd wanted to hear. And I was miserable, bro. Halfway through the season, I was miserable, yeah. And I just thought to myself, I'm in Greece for 3 months. It's like 40 degrees outside. I'm getting paid to be here. I'm playing internationally. Why am I unhappy? And then I realised it's because I'm playing music that I cannot stand. Okay. And it was from that moment that I was like,
yeah, so I'm
never playing songs.
That's an extreme one though, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I won't go in a club and start playing bare EDM. Like, when I say music that I don't like, it might be like a couple of songs within the genre that I already play. I'm not gonna go and cross-hop genres and start playing bare mad EDM shit in my set. Like, that's not gonna happen. It's to an extent. So like, I would play, like you'd have said, you wouldn't play Gucci Gang in your set. I don't like that song, but I would if it fit in. If I'm surfing around 60, 65 BPM in my set, and I feel like it's gonna go off, I'll throw it in there.
Not me.
But then I won't jump over. Like if I went abroad to do Greece, yeah, exactly. If I did Greece like you just said, and they wanted bare EDM all night, I'm not entertaining that. And I don't mind a bit of house, but that's pushing it for me, bro. That's a bit too far.
Nowadays, I'd agree. Mind you, there is student parties, like open format parties that I do. I don't mind a bit of EDM. Like I'll throw it in if I feel like the mood's right. But there's only a few that I like, and I won't go inwards. Do you know what I mean? With ones I won't like. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation to have. But I just wonder how many DJs take my mentality of it and they're like, yeah, no, I won't ever play it. So it doesn't matter how big it is. I won't play it. Despacito, I've never played that.
Well, Fusion, my boy Fusion, he's exactly the same as you. He won't touch nothing he don't like.
Good, big up Fusion.
Zero.
Have you ever played Despacito?
Yeah.
Your opinion is now invalid.
Nah, bro, do you know what? Like,
did you ever play Gangnam Style?
I never played Gangnam Style, nah. Dickhead.